and welcome to another video by the MXQ project. My name is Matthew and today I'm going to be doing another one about retro gaming. But this time we're going to be covering something really cool called LAKKA. If you've never heard of LAKKA, go check them out because it's available for all sorts of different pieces of hardware. The PC, Raspberry Pi and all sorts of different ARM based boards, okay? I'll leave the links in the description. So, what is LAKKA? It is a retro gaming operating system. It's based originally on OpenLEC, and now I think he's moved over to LibreLEC. Now, we can dual boot this on the MXQ box, so one of these things. This has got the S805 processor, a bit similar to the Droid C1, that's why I think it was so easy to do it. So thank you very much LAKKA for doing this for us. We had the first original one back in, I think it was May, we got the first port of LAKKA to this box. And we've had another one as well, so we've got two versions, and I'll get to that in a second when I show you how to do this. So you're going to need an SD card, you're going to need an MXQ S805, and you're going to need a PC as well. So let's move on and let's show you how to install LAKKA. So first thing we need to do, we need to go and get a few files. So head over to the MXQproject.com/files, just as shown on screen. This will take you to this and you'll see a whole bunch of folders. Just go on to LAKKA, which is just a few folders down, click into there, and you'll see two files. Now the first one is unzipped for you and it's ready to go, so you can just download it and we can proceed to the next step. Now the one below it is image.gz file, and that needs unzipped. Now the difference between these two files is that this one here should work on most MXQ boxes, so most of these. The one below it is a much better and much more improved version, which we had done a couple of months ago, and it has working Wi-Fi, etc. So you can transfer your ROMs, and that's the way LAKKA works if you know anything about it. And unfortunately it doesn't work with every box. It will only work with a small set of boards, because the amount of boards we could send LAKKA was limited, because we've only got a small supply of hardware. So if you're lucky enough, great, but this one above, this should work just fine. It is limited, but you can still transfer your ROMs and that using Ethernet cable, etc. So whichever you want to try, crack on and use whichever you want to use. But I'm going to be using this one, so download this one and then move out of here. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a Win32 disk to actually write the image to an SD card. So you're going to need an SD card like this. And what you need to do then is put it into your computer and download Win32 Disk Imager, install it. It's just a small executable program. You can get that from us, just in the directory, but you can get that from, well, you can get that from anywhere really. So once we've done that, load up Win32 Disk Imager as shown on screen. Select your SD card, so mine's in drive H, and then you need to select the LAKKA image that you downloaded from the MXQ project. Select it. Remember, if you downloaded the second file, make sure you unzip it first. I'll put an unzip program in the description. If you don't have one, there's a good chance you have. And then all you need to do is select open and then click write and confirm it, and then you can just let it do its job. As that's it, nearly completed. The next step is really simple. Grab your MXQ box, grab your SD card once it's completed, and let's move over to the TV where we can show you how to do a first boot and show you a little bit about LAKKA. So LAKKA is only going to work if you've got Android running on the internal memory on your box. If you've got LibreLEC or you've swapped it at some point, or maybe you've got OpenLEC even, it's not going to run properly at all. You're going to need the MXQproject gaming build. And you can check out the other videos for that and how to install it. But if you've got Android running on your internal memory, then great. Just go into the Android system, change your display settings to 1080p, and then shut down the box, and then we can proceed to the next stage. Make sure you set it to 1080p, otherwise it's going to be a big flickering mess and LAKKA is just not going to work properly for you. So let's move on to the next step.
So the first thing you need to do is pop your HDMI cable in into your MXQ. On the side of your box you've got a SD card tray. Pop your SD card into that, the one which should be just written LAKKA to. Next thing you need to do is grab something thin. I've got a cocktail stick here. Now inside your MXQ box is a little reset button, and it just allows the hardware to either reboot to the recovery or boot from something which is installed on the SD card. Now pop the thin object into the AV port, which is just next to the HDMI port, and you'll be able to feel a button and it'll click. You'll probably be able to hear that on camera. Hold that in, keep it held in, and then apply your power cable. Just like that. Now keep it held in, and what will happen is it will boot the LAKKA splash screen as shown.
So I'm using a keyboard to get me started. Xbox 360 controllers are plug and play, as well as a few other controllers on LAKKA. And as you can see, it's a pretty straightforward menu. You've got all your sort of settings in here. And if you're not used to this, it will take you a bit of time to get used to, because there's a lot of stuff to get your head around. But to get you started, what you need to do is you need to transfer your game ROM. So plug in an Ethernet cable into your box. If you're using the second version, which I've discussed before, and you're lucky enough for it to work, then you'll be able to go into Wi-Fi. I can't show you on here, but Wi-Fi is just down below in network settings. But on here, to get your IP address for Samba, which is going to be the protocol we're going to use to actually transfer the game ROMs, you just need to go down to information, network information, and when you've connected to your Ethernet cable, your IP address will be displayed there, and you can proceed forward and then enter that and connect via Samba. So as you can see, we've got a whole lot of different cores in here. We've got Atari, we've got Doom core, we've got Game Boy cores, SNES, Nintendo 64, and a few others as well. Now LAKKA, like I said before, it is easy to use, but it does take a bit of getting used to. I'm not going to cover how to use it in this video. LAKKA is far better at describing how to use their own thing than I'll ever be able to do it. So if you want to find out more information, head over to LAKKA.